Okay, welcome to this video. My name's Robert Bridge, and I just want to shoot you this quick video. It's about confidence and navigating around confidence in a confusing situation where you're not feeling 100% and you're just trying to locate what it is that's wrong with you. And I suppose you could think of it as like some sort of Kundalini experience, or if you've done some sort of meditation or you've done some physical stuff and you don't recognise why you're seeing with the eyes that you're seeing, and the observations that you're making, and the tones that you find yourself in. So this is from Anton Wilson, and he's looked at a lot of this stuff from cybernetics to esoteric to Timothy Leary and all these different people who have brought people back into their knowing and their sanity and their kind of personal emotion, rather than going off and doing the same patterns. The tunnel, he calls it the tunnel of the tunnel that we go down of behaviour and thinking, and where it takes us, if it takes us to the same place. So he breaks it down really well, and the research showed that a lot of people he tested with were people who immediately took to it, and they were put into such an emotional state that, think of them as if they were on some sort of hallucinogenic awareness without anything. It's all just done through communications, talking, and navigating around the words that come out of your own thing. So it's like a personal, I don't know if I'm making sense, it's like a personal development thing, and personal empowerment. So people are able to navigate around the tones of other people, and kind of mirror that or bring it out in a gestalt kind of way. And it's all challenging the Freudian psychology, and then the other not so salubrious right brain thinking people, the metaphors of the brain, the right brain, left brain, the esoteric, and the leaders, the constructive people, or the poets on the right, and the left is the just depends who you are innately, and the gifts that you have are not going to be able to work in any way unless you have some sort of recognition of where you're at. So if you've gone into this belief mode and not really looking into any research, or you're just going at it from a point of view that you're sticking with, and you're not going against it, and people challenge you this, and it's going to always put you into that place whereby you go down that tunnel. And the stages of the tunnel that Anton Wilson clearly identifies with is the startling look of initial paranoia and unable to process what's going on. Then the second stage is whereby you're starting to kind of trying to see clearly through all the blurs and find out what's real and what's not real, and you slowly becoming able to get your breath back and able to compose yourself, and begin the process of going on to the third stage of processing, testing, readjusting, to the point where you're communicating on a pretty good level, even though you're going through some sort of trauma. You know, a lot of it could be to do with an illness or some post-traumatic stress, or a continued cycle, which he calls the tonal, of anger or behaviours, you know, where you go into craving mode, you want to eat some food, you want to go out and find yourself a new partner straight after you've just had a partner, or stuff like that. Go out and have a drink. So these are ways of processing it and delaying it. So the thing is it's always going to come back to that place of the whole model. If you want to do this, you have to have a framework in order to engage in it. So if you're the left brain thinking, you're not going to experience this enough, so you might go looking for it. And if you're the right brain thinking poet, metaphysical kind of theoretical person, then you're going to be overwhelmed by it unless you're able to practice these things, and eventually you get onto the fourth stage, whereby your intuition, which is what Sigmund Freud makes it all about, is intuition. But then when you look at Geurdjiff and people like that, you know, they want to take all this stuff, and Rudolf Steiner, all these different people, and take it to the nth degree. And I don't really want to be doing stuff like that. So I think the first thing, that just in summary, to summarise this up, because I've been rabbiting on for ages now, is if you're in a situation where you're with somebody or who's going through this kind of incubation period, where they're going into themselves, trying to process, they're showing the looks of paranoia on their face, they're perhaps on the precipice of something that you're either not comfortable about or you have concerns about, then you can talk about this stuff and give them a few options on how to navigate around the pressure points. And then if it's the left brain person, then you could take them down this road as a means of interrupting their desire to have something to put them into that right brain thinking. It could be a glass of wine, or it could be it could be healthy things, like they're driven by training for a marathon, or driven by the desire to run on a treadmill for hours in the morning on the day, but they want that change of perception, they want that serotonin to come through, they want that Kundalini experience, and but maybe they can't have it because they're busy, or they're too busy. And I think basically the thing you've got to think about with it or what I'm trying to think about with it, is having the balance correct, because obviously I'm a right brain thinking person, and I want to adjust and become more confident and go into the left brain thing, but I'm always going to be pulled back into this place of loss. My tunneling is going into this place of confusion, the metaphysical brain, the explaining the unexplained, always looking for the truth. And but the main thing is keeping a sense of humour through it. So another difficult thing with me here now, did you hear the dip in my voice then? Yeah. So if I was at the third level of this stage of what Anton Wilson would be doing, I'd be using neurolinguistics to adjust myself so I could speak stronger and use words to hook and anchor, to change the, this is your glottal here, your phonology, the voice, the projection of the voice. So it's good if you as a poet, you want to speak and you want to do stuff, and so it's just really interesting. A lot of people say this Robert Anton Wilson's a crackpot, but you know, he's not. He's very, very clever, very academic, and obviously reads books anyway. So that's the first thing of any of this stuff. If you want to be more helpful, you want to be more useful, learn it, read it, and mix and match it, and then make a video and articulate it and talk about it with confidence, instead of just like me churning out anything. So I hope this has helped somebody, or I just want to thank you. It's probably helping me more. So thanks for watching, and basically we're just here to connect. That's what the world does in a safe environment, and I'll leave that with you. Okay.